Please help me to reach 1,000 subscribers. The message came at 2:17 a.m., glowing cold against the dark ceiling. I didn't mean for you to find out like this. I read it 3 times before my eyes focused enough to understand the words. My wife was asleep beside me, her breathing slow and even, one hand curled under the pillow the way it always had been. For a few seconds I convinced myself it was a wrong number. A mistake. Something harmless. Then the second message arrived. He's younger, yes, but he makes me feel alive. My throat tightened so suddenly it felt like drowning. I didn't wake her. I didn't move. I just lay there staring at the ceiling while something inside my chest quietly split open. In the morning she made tea like always. 2 spoons of sugar for me, 1 for her. She asked if I'd sleep well. I nodded. I watched her move around the kitchen, noticing small things that had never mattered before. The way she checked her phone face down on the counter, the faint smile she tried to hide, the new perfume she'd started wearing just because. For weeks, maybe months, the signs had been there. Missed calls she blamed on meetings. Late evenings explained by traffic. A softness in her voice when she texted someone who wasn't me. I had questioned myself first. Maybe I was distant. Maybe I worked too much. Maybe love just cooled with time. So I tried harder. Brought flowers. Suggested dinners. Asked about her day. She thanked me with a kind politeness that felt worse than anger. I didn't confront her right away. Not because I was calm, because I was afraid. Afraid that once spoken, the truth would become permanent. Afraid that 30 years of memories could collapse into a single sentence. Instead I watched. Quietly. Carefully. One evening she left her phone on the sofa while showering. The screen lit up. Counting hours till I see you again. No name. Just a heart. My hands shook so badly I had to sit down. I didn't open the chat. I didn't need to. Some betrayals announce themselves without details. That night, lying beside her, I realized something unbearable. She was already gone. Her body was here. Her warmth was here. But she wasn't. The day she left, the sky was painfully ordinary. No storm. No drama. Just sunlight on the curtains. She stood in the hallway with a suitcase that looked too small for a marriage. I didn't plan this, she said softly. It just happened. I waited for anger to rise. For shouting. For something loud enough to match the destruction inside me. Nothing came. Only a quiet numbness. How long? I asked. She looked down. Months. Each letter of that word felt like a year stolen from my life. He's not trying to replace you, she added quickly. I just need to find myself. Find herself. As if I were something she'd misplaced in a drawer. Our son arrived while she was still there. 22. Young enough to believe love should always feel exciting, never heavy. She told him the truth before I could say a word. I met someone, she said. I'm leaving. There was a long silence. Then unexpectedly he smiled. Not cruelly. Just relieved. Maybe this is good, he said. You two were miserable. And he's young, right? You deserve happiness, Mom. Each sentence landed like a quiet hammer. I looked at my son, the boy I had carried on my shoulders, taught to ride a bike, stayed up nights worrying about. He didn't see betrayal. He saw freedom. And suddenly I understood something terrifying. To him I was the past. And youth always feels like the future. They hugged in the doorway. She cried softly. He reassured her. I stood a few steps away, invisible in my own life. When she finally picked up her suitcase, she looked at me with eyes full of apology and hope. Hope that I would make this easy. Say something, my son whispered. Don't make this harder. For a moment I almost did. Almost told her I understood. Almost swallowed the pain to keep peace. Instead I heard my own voice, quiet, steady, unfamiliar. Happiness that begins with betrayal rarely ends with peace. The words surprised even me. They weren't angry. Just true. Silence filled the hallway. My son's expression shifted first. Confidence fading into uncertainty. As if he'd suddenly realized this wasn't a movie scene with simple heroes and villains. My wife's eyes filled with tears that looked different now. Not freedom. Not relief. Something heavier. Regret, maybe. Or the first shadow of consequence. She left without another word. The house became unbearably quiet after that. No footsteps. No humming in the kitchen. No second cup of tea. Just memories, every corner holding a version of us that no longer existed. For weeks I moved through days like a ghost. Eating because I had to. Sleeping because exhaustion forced me. But slowly, something unexpected appeared beneath the grief. Not anger. Not revenge. Space. Space where pain had been. Space where I could finally hear my own thoughts. I realized love shouldn't require disappearing to keep someone else whole. And loyalty isn't proven by how much betrayal you can survive. Months later, my son visited. He looked older somehow. Quieter. They're already fighting, he admitted softly. She calls me crying sometimes. I felt a flicker of sadness, but not triumph. Never triumph. Just the calm understanding that truth arrives on its own schedule. He looked at me carefully. How are you, okay? I thought for a long moment before answering. Because losing someone who stopped choosing you, I said gently, isn't the same as losing love. That night after he left, I made tea for one. The silence was still there. But it no longer felt empty. Just peaceful.